Praise Yeshua. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm watching videos going to the range, right? And, I've been just like really thinking the last few days. And I was, uh, I was listening to Matthew yesterday on Sabbath. Saturday is a true Sabbath. Don't let nobody tell you nothing different. Look it up. Do all the research you need to do. Because if you remember, and if you look into the Word, Jesus, when Jesus got crucified, he rested on the Sabbath. It says Jesus rested on the Sabbath, and he rose the first day of the week, which is Sunday. And it says it. It says he rose on the first day, which is Sunday. If you look at every calendar, it doesn't matter where it's at, on your phone, on the wall, Sunday is the first day of the week. Uh, but anyways, I was thinking about, I was listening to worldly music, right? And there's a lot of people from the town, a lot of people from Portland. And pretty much all of them are dead. Like all of them. And it's because they never left, you know? People don't respect you in your hometown. Like, they didn't respect Jesus, so why would they respect you? And then also thinking about when I got in trouble and those kind of things. And it's the shame and guilt of the things that we do, that we think that we're not able to be forgiven for. And it's not true. That's the trick of the enemy. That is the devil corrupting your mind to keep you away from God. Because if I can go from, beating women, robbing people, shooting people, all the things, if I can go from all that to who I am now and not be crazy and do the things that I do now, because the city won't never forget. I know it's probably things I won't be forgiven for, of man, but the Lord forgives all things. And it's like people don't understand that. It's like that's why, like, addictions and things like that, that's agreements that we make. That's a covenant that we make with whatever it is. It's like, yeah, I was a drug addict for years, and really thinking about it, like, I have not been sober since I was like 15. Like, I was always ingesting something. If it was weed, if it was liquor, if it was pills, if it was, coke, something was always in my system. Uh, I was on Suboxone for like the last 3 years. I'm like a month and a half sober off that. And yeah, Suboxone ain't cool. Suboxone is the same thing. Like, that's the same exact stuff. Uh, but it's the biggest thing is the shame and the guilt. And everybody understands it, but there's always and that's the beautiful thing, about Jesus. He can take everything away, like all those addictions, all those things. Because see, my thing now is, because I'm engaged now. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm sober, I'm engaged, like all the things. And it's like now, what was shown to me is all the things that plague me, all those things can and kind of are passed on to my daughter. So unless those things get broken, then how do you break these things? With prayer, with the Lord. Because say you have that one person, right? That's a non-believer, and they're able to break all the things. Like, yeah, I'm not gonna do that, but because they're a non-believer, somewhere in their bloodline, because it's not taught and being able to be suppressed and stepped on, trampled on, it will be able to jump back into the children because it was never completely destroyed. And it sounds wild, but I mean, if you have to look into, because all the agreements, and that's like being just being a hoe. Like, that runs in my family. That runs on my dad's side. That runs on my mom's side. And with the men, I don't know. I can't say nothing about the women. I'm not gonna call my aunties, my mom a hoe, but I know the men for sure. And proud of it. And I mean, I was out in the world. I was having them, but I mean, even then, it's like that's something that needs to be broken, or it'll be passed to your kids, and that's why you teach your kids and raise them in the Lord so they won't stray. But yeah, don't be shameful. Don't have doubt in yourself and all that. Don't be ashamed of the current state that you're in. Like, just cry out to the Lord. I'll tell you, when you're in a broken state, like, yeah, I was withdrawn, right? And in the middle of the night, withdrawn, and I looked around and I was like, what am I doing? And I stopped and prayed, and I was like, Lord, I don't want to do this no more. And so I'm all the way in the world. But the thing is, like, they talk about a mustard seed, and I just found out that a mustard seed isn't even a tree. It's like a bush. But all you need is a mustard seed of faith. And when you cry out to God, that is that mustard seed. That's pretty much like all you got. And we've all seen the things that we do does not work. So when you cry out to him, especially when you're at your bottom, he's going to hear you. He's always there. But yeah, I don't know. Just don't be shameful. Like, don't be scared to talk to God. That's what the enemy does. The enemy just tries to make everything you do feel bad, like where you're not accepted. So back in 2011, 2012, I killed a dude, right? In self-defense. Did the whole court and process and all that kind of stuff. And with all of that, the devil was so easy to corrupt my mind. Oh, well, you're not supposed to kill nobody. You're not going to heaven. You can't. God won't accept that. You can't make it. Once I got to a certain point, and actually that time withdrawing and gave my life to the Lord and started actually reading the Word, when you look at all of the kings and all of these people in the Bible, Solomon, David was like a street dude. Like, David was killing everything, right? And with that, that gave me hope, because you can be forgiven. because, yeah, David was like one of the most, like he's one of God's favorites. You know what I'm saying? Ah, man, I am on the wrong one. Yeah, I am on the wrong one. God dang it. Are we gonna go by the range? Bus driver?
What's that?
Are we gonna go by the range? Are we turning right at the corner? Oh, yep. Nope. Have a good day. Thank you. Okay, so yeah, and even with me like killing a dude, like I can still go to the range. I can still own guns. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it took a while because I didn't know how that was gonna work. But I mean, it's a beautiful thing. I mean, I be happy. I think about stuff certain times, but what can you do? Nothing. Got to keep pushing. Got to keep pushing. Because if not, you're gonna be in a place of shame and fear, and what you're doing isn't good enough. But I mean, when you really dissect how good our God is, and I'm talking about Jesus, nothing else, not no crystals, because I promise you, ain't nothing that's not living and breathing is gonna work. It's not. No self-medication, no self-healing, none of that's gonna work. It just doesn't. Oh, I think church should be on. Praise the Lord.